I already recorded this. Okay, let's continue to our session. All right, can you see clearly this PowerPoint again?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Yes.
Let's get started. All right, first, this is engineering management, economy, and safety. All right, we expect that we will discuss this. All right, around here. Okay, where is the pointer here? All right, this is the pointer. All right, so we will discuss it here. All right, before you finish your semester, okay, before you finish your program in this degree, we will continue to discuss about the engineering management, economy, and safety. All right, so this is the course introduction. All right, you will have 3 credits. All right, there's no prerequisite for this course. All right, that means that we will have a class Wednesday, okay, and then after that Friday. Both will start at 11 a.m. All right, so can we confirm here, Wednesday and Friday 11 a.m.? Is it true in your timetable?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right.
yeah.
Yes, no.
Okay, so I will continue this session. All right. Why we need to learn about this course? Okay. This course is about the management, is about the economy, and due to safety. Why? Because it was requested by your future employer. Okay, so they want you to have an approach, okay, about these 3 main core courses: management, economy, and also the safety there. So in our levels here at our university there, we will make sure that you are there too. Okay, you will have to learning, knowledge sharing about these 3 subjects in those curriculum. Okay, so we will do it in your program, and then in your faculty, or now you are known as under college kejuruteraan, we would like to share 5 course outcome. The first outcome is about what we want to know about the product life cycle. Okay, this is under the management. And then we also would like to share the knowledge with you about the management of the organizational structure. Okay, and then this is also under the management. And then we would like to share with all of you before you entering the job market about the frameworks and techniques of any strategic management planning. Okay, we also like to share with you the work breakdown structure. This is very critical for future engineer, because we want you to understand, to aware, okay, how we can develop your project scope, how you can develop your product, how you can develop your operations, your maintenance, and so on, based on the work breakdown structure. Okay, you try to break down in detail what you want to do as future engineer. And last but not least, we also want you to know the frameworks and techniques about the project scheduling. Okay, this is based on the best way to understand this is based on the Microsoft projects, but we will never use the Microsoft projects, but we will use the general understanding based on the project scheduling. Right. So based on this project scheduling, uh, we hope that you as future engineer may control your time, your resources, your man, machine, and material regarding to good scheduling. Okay, and then after that, we would like to continue our lessons. Okay, with your engineering economic principle and analysis. Okay, uh, there is okay already good now. All right, so the course outcome number 4 here is based on the engineering economic principles. Okay, we would like to discuss about money. Okay, the number 4 here is about money here. All right, so uh, we continue. Okay, at course outcome number 5. Course outcome number 5 here is about the safety. Okay, so the three main concerns here is safety, uh, engineering economic about the money, and the number 1 here is about the management. All right, so we can concur that this is the three big parameter that we will discuss for overall semester. All right, for this 14th semester. All right, so this is the course introduction according to domain. Okay, we will continue our lessons regarding of management, safety, and economy. All right, in this engineering economy, you as future engineer, we will expose you on how we can control money, we can control the engineering economic principle, and how we can use it, okay, to analyze something. For example, uh, do you want to buy a new car or you want to buy a second-hand car? Okay, if you buy the new car, for example, what is the best choice? For example, if you have the choice from the Myvi the King, or from the Vios, or from the Honda City, whatever, we can conquer the analysis there. All right, and those are for you to use it in your future. However, in this engineering economic analysis also, you can use it, okay, to analyze which machinery is the best. For example, okay, either you want to use the Panasonic or you want to use the Toshiba, okay, or for example, do you need to expand your line, okay, or you do not want to expand your line, for example, or you want to hire subcon, or you do not want to hire subcon, you just want to assemble. Okay, all those here we call it as engineering economic analysis. Okay, we will discuss it later. And the number 3 here is about the safety. Okay, safety here means that we will use two main reference. Okay, the first one is the occupational safety and health Act 1994, and the second one we will use the Factories and Machinery Act 1967. Okay, so you will have two reference about the safety. Okay, the OSHA and also the Factory and Machinery Act. All right. Okay. Still clear our session here? Can you hear me?
Can, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
So
sir.
doctor.
we will continue. Yeah. In this
Okay.
course introductions also, I would like to declare the assessment method. All right. So you have two tests. Okay. The test number 1 and the second is test number 2. Both tests will have 20% and 20% until now. Okay, until now. It is 20% out of 100% of your total marks. And then we will have your quiz and assignments. Okay, here is around 20%. And then you will have your project work, okay, for 40%. So we will have around 100%. All right. So your assessment here, okay, your test 1 is, this is individual, okay. This quiz and assignment you may discuss, no problem, okay. And then the project, this is in grouping. Alright. The group should be around maximum 5, okay, minimum 1 person. Okay, so you have test 1 around week 6 or week 7, test 2 at week 13, and quiz or assignment is around the corner. Okay, no problem. We may do it from week 1, week 1st up until the week 14. And the project's title, I will give to you around week 4, week 5. Okay, I will give the title and then you may discuss between all of you which group that you want to join. Okay, I give you the flexibility there, no problem. You may choose your group members. All right. Let's continue. Okay, so this is the reference. All right. There is no major concerns about this reference because I also upload all the material using the column, and I also upload a video using the YouTube channel. Okay, so all of this Microsoft Team video or previous video, I will include it in your column or in your YouTube. Okay. However, if you want to have further understanding, all right, you may use this reference from number 1 to number 5. This is books. All right. The number 1 and the number 2 is the main books. Okay, that we can refer to. And number 3 and number 4 is the reference from the internet. However, for number 4 here, okay, this is obsolete for now. Okay, no more to be used. I already use column and also use the YouTube. Okay, I already substitute it using the column and YouTube. Okay, however, for the YouTube, I will give you the link after this. All right. And in the case, if you want to buy a domestic book, okay, you may have this book here. All right. This is by me. All right. Introduction to Technology Engineering Economy. Either you may buy it from the Shopee or you may buy it directly from the penerbit. No problem. Okay. This is much cheaper compared to this number 1 and also the number 2 reference. All right. So you may choose. No problem. All right. All right. So end of the show here up until for this first presentation. Okay. So I will stop sharing for now. All right. Anything for anyone? Anything to ask for now? Okay. Anything to not that clear that you want to know before we continue? Ada apa-apa nak tanya?
Sir, for the quiz akan diberitahu dulu ke macam mana, sir?
Ya.
Untuk quiz akan diberitahu dulu ke macam mana, sir?
Biasa saya bagi tahu lah. No need to worry, sir. Biasa saya bagi tahu.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir, semester ni 13 minggu ke 14 minggu?
14.
Oh, 14 lah.
You will have your week 8, okay, that you have holiday week dah. Okay, 1 week. Okay. Minggu 8 rasanya.
Oh, so ada mid-sem break lah, Semi.
Ya, ada. Dia tak macam minggu lepas, tak macam semester lepas.
Alhamdulillah.
So,
Okay.
Final 40% ke 20%?
We don't have any final, but we have test 2. So your test 2 will be 20%.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
So.
Ya.
Yang macam tadi ada masa setengah jalankan kelas kan, dia asyik pop keluar, dia ada orang tunggu kat lobby tu, dia agak macam disturb lah. Kau macam mana nak tutup tu lah?
Yang tu tak dapat tutup lah sebab those are come from the Microsoft team. Alright. So I give the option to Microsoft team that everyone with the link can be invited. Okay. So yeah, you can download directly the apps Microsoft team, but it will become heavier. Okay, it will become heavier for your what we call you nak download tu berat sikit. Okay? Kalau you nak pakai direct apps, dia tak akan ada lah notification tu. Tapi kalau you pakai direct daripada Google, akan ada notification tu.
Oh, okay.
Cuma kalau you download Microsoft Teams, saya ingat dia akan makan sikit lah you punya kredit. Berat sikit.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, alright. Anything before we continue for today?
Let's go.
Okay.
Think
So
no questions, Doctor.
let's have our first session. Okay. You just sit, enjoy. Okay. No problem. All right. This is what I call it as not that heavy session. All right. Can you see this module 1, part 1?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is the introductions of this subject. All right. We will discuss about the classifications of engineering management and also 8 characteristic. All right. So once you work as engineer, all right, you will see most of the time these 3 management. The first management that we are talking about is the engineering and technology. The second one, we call those as the project management. Okay. And the third one, we call those as the operation management. Okay. So you will see this a lot once you work as engineer. Either you are working in the mechanical division or electrical division, or you work at the R&D division, or you work at operation, maintenance, okay, whatever, you will see these 3 here. So what is these 3 management for engineers? Okay, let's see the number 1 here. The number 1 here is the engineering and technology management. Okay, so the first one here is regarding of about the research and development, okay, innovations, and how we can utilize the product life cycle. All right, so this is product life cycle. Okay, this is the curve. All right, so the product life cycle, you will have 4 different phases. The first phase we call it as the introduction. The second one we call this as the growth phase. The third one we call those as the maturity phase. The fourth one we call those as the decline phase. Okay, this is 4 phases that you will see in any product life cycle. All right, for example here, the televisions, okay, that you see now is probably 8K television. Maybe you buy from Samsung, or maybe you buy from shop, or maybe you buy from Sony, whatever. All right. So you will have 8,000 resolution. Okay. The television that you buy now. Okay. Probably they will have the very good processor. Okay. You will have YouTube. You will have the Android system inside, whatever. Okay. And the price is very high. Okay. And also the size is also very big. All right. So this is what I call it as the, for example, the introductions product, okay, of a television. However, if you're going to any market, if you're going to any shop, okay, let's say you go to Patson, you go for yang bagi hutang tu apa? Company apa?
Aeon.
Aeon.
Ion, and also the code memods. Okay.
Hang.
Okay, you know about this guy. All right, they can give you the credit, and then you pay it. Okay, monthly. All right. Most of them are now selling a growth product like this. What is the growth product? For now, the growth product is 4K capability of televisions, or also they call these productions, this television as Ultra HD. Okay, they do not call it as the 8000 HD, but they call it as Ultra HD or 4K HD, or they also call it as the HDR. Okay, also from Samsung, from Sony, okay, from LG, Panasonic, or whatever that. All right, the price is much cheaper, okay, compared to the 8000 resolution, and also the size here is much smaller, okay, 65, 60 inch, okay, compared to the 8000, okay, inch. Okay, for example, the 8000s there can go for 80 something inch, 100 inch, but for the gross product like this Panasonic Ultra HD, 4K HD, whatever there, they maximum at 65 inch only. All right. So what happened? It happened here. The sales, okay, is growing rapidly. Okay, price may be reduced. Okay, there is a lot of competitor. Okay, this means from the Panasonic, LG, Sony, whatsoever that, and whoever that selling those are making a profit. Okay, compared to the 8K here. All right, it's still not just profit just yet. Okay, but whoever launch the 8000s televisions here, okay, they need to do a lot of advertise, okay, and usually, okay, people are not aware, all right, and the profit is still minimum. All right, so also the third phase that you will see, okay, regarding of these televisions, we call those as the maturity phase of televisions. We call those as the full HD televisions. You will see this a lot, okay, in the code memods or Ion or any market there. So what is this full HD here? The full HD here is only 1080 capability, okay, multiple by 1920, if I'm not mistaken, the resolution. Okay, this is the full HD televisions, and the size there is much smaller, all right, compared to the 4K televisions and also the 8K televisions. All right, most of the time the maximum for this full HD is around 60 inch. Okay, and usually people will pay around 2,000 or 1,500. All right, to get this full HD televisions. So this is what I call it as the maturity states of the product life cycle. The sales is going slowly. Okay, there is a lots of competitions from Sharp, Panasonic, okay, from National, whatever that everyone want to sell their televisions. All right, so this we call it as the maturity state of product life cycle, and most of the time these televisions, these full HD televisions, the sales is become slow. Okay, why? Because people want a new sets of television from the 8K and also from the 8000 step. Because for now, if I'm not mistaken, people want to utilize the Android capability inside of your televisions. All right, so this is introduction phase, growth phase, and maturity phase of your product life cycle. Let's see the decline phase of television. We call those as the CRT television. Alright. Ada lagi ke siapa-siapa yang pakai television macam ni kat rumah? Okay.
Ada je.
Ada lagi kan? Tapi dah tak banyak kan? This is what I call it as cathode ray tube television. Cathode ray tube television. Dia biasa besar, gemuk. Belakang dia tu ada cathode, okay, cathode ray, and then you will have your screen here. Alright. So this television is in decline phase. Okay. The sales already fall. Not many people will buy it. Alright. And the product already loses, okay, its appeal. Why? Because the product is very heavier. There is not much capability. The size is also maximum at only 29 inch. Okay, maximum 29. Alright. There is no advertise you will see, okay, to promote this kind of television, okay, and the production may be stopped, okay, may be stopped. I think the best way to indicate this situation is Samsung Corning. Okay, Samsung Corning is a very big company at Senawang, Negeri Sembilan. Alright, they hire around 2,000 to 3,000 of employees. Alright, a lot of technicians, a lot of engineers, okay, working together to produce this CRT television for Samsung Corning. But now, okay, after 20 years, there is no more Samsung Corning at Senawang. Alright, because they are not producing it anymore. Okay, no more. Alright, Samsung already went from CRT to Full HD, and after
Sir, mic sir mute lah sir.
okay, boleh dengar balik ke suara saya?
Boleh.
Boleh.
Okay, lama ke?
Okay, dah boleh dah. Dah tak sekejap ke?
Power je.
Okay, alright. Okay, saya sambung balik ya. Alright, so let's see the second one. We call here as the project management. Okay, here the number 2 here. The previous one we call those as the engineering and technology management, but now we discuss about the project management. Okay, the number 2 here is about the how you as future engineer you can utilize the market needs. Okay, what is the people want to buy? Okay, we call those as the market need, and then you quickly design the concept and develop the product that people want to buy here, and then you try to maximize your life cycle before you can commissioning it. Okay, this is very true for the product life cycle here. What I mean by those, you want to make sure that you can use this decline, maturity, growth, and introductions product life cycle here in a shortest term as possible. Okay, like this. All right. If the old product life cycle is like this, okay, you try to squeeze your product life cycle maybe from 2 years to become only 1 year. Okay, this is what I call it as the project management. You try to squeeze it. All right. What is product that people want? You try to develop it. Let's say people already do not want this. Okay. People will see try to avoid this full HD. People will buy these 4K televisions, and people also now they want to know what is the 8K televisions. So your job as engineer to make sure that you saturated the market with your 4K television for now, and in the meantime you also try to develop your 8K televisions. Those we call it as the project management. All right, from the market needs to the design concepts to its development, and then you try to maximize the life cycle there. And the number three here is about the operation management. All right. So what is this operation management? This operation management is regarding how you as future engineer, you can utilize the 4M. What is the 4M here that we are talking about? The 4M here is man, machine, materials, and method. Okay. Utilizing man, for example, you want to maximize, okay, how you can work together with your foreman, okay, with your chargeman, with your supervisor, with your line leader, okay, with your operator, so that you can maximize your production. You also can maximize your maintenance. You also can maximize your R&D. Okay. The same is true for the machinery here. All right. The machine here. How do you want to make any conclusions based on your analysis? Either you want to expand your line, or you want to reduce your line, or maybe you want to hire subcon, or maybe you just want to assemble. Okay. Do you know? Do you aware about what is the, for example, the CBU? What is the CKD? Complete knockdown of your transport. Ada belajar kan? Yang ni CBU, CKD, what semua? Ada tak? This is okay. This is about the automotive, right? The automotive component, the car. Okay. For example, now you have the from the Mitsubishi there, the new MPV, and also you also have the new MPV from the Produa, yeah, I think. I do not know the name there. Ada kan? Produa baru keluarkan MPV baru kan? Tak ingat nama lah. Okay. Also you have, yeah. Anything to add? Okay, no problem.
CBU tu apa? CBU tu apa, doktor?
Yeah.
CBU tu features ke?
No. It's a kind of method. Either you want to build your product here, or you just import it and then you just assemble it here.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Either you want to completely 100% bring it here, or you want to assemble it in our domestic industry. Okay, so we have the CBU or you have the CKD, depend. All right. So in our country, in our domestic industry, okay, there is possibility that we will do it both. Okay. For example, the engine, okay, the engine, maybe you have the CKD types, okay, because you are not producing the engine. Okay, you import it. All right, but for the body panel, for the chassis, all right, for the gearbox, for example, maybe you can use the CBU kind. All right, no problem, because maybe you have the technology to bring it here. All right. Also, you can see the example from your Proton XC90 and also the XC50. Okay. Also like the Myvi, okay, they produce it locally here, although the design is come from the Toyota and also from the Daihatsu, okay, but they produce it, assemble it here. All right. So this is the operation management. All right. How you can utilize the man, machine, and also the materials. All right. The material, for example, to make something lighter, for example, your engine. All right. Before we use the cast iron block, but now the BMW, the Volvo, they will go for the magnesium material, for example. All right. And again, for this material, you will see that once you work as engineer, how you can control the material that you buy. Okay. For example, you will have the upper control limits, the average, and also the lower control limits of specs here. For example, you want to control what is the percentage of carbon, okay, carbon inside of your ferrous material, for example, for your car body, okay. Let's say you want to control the percentage of carbon is around 1%, yeah, all right, 1%. So the lower control limits here, for example, probably is 0.9, for example. All right. And the upper control limits for this average value here is probably at 1.1%, for example. This is the maximum carbon that can include, that can be appear in your ferrous material that you want to produce your car panel, for example. So when you buy the material, you will never get the exact 1%, but you can buy around 1.1 to 0.9 of carbon inside of your material. All right, this we call it as a range of control here. Okay, this is the range. You still remember this? This is from your SPC. Ya, statistical process control. Ya, betul. Buku dia ada lagi tak?
Dah jual.
Alamak. Okay. Low control limits, range, or whatever based on this statistical process control here will be used as engineer. Okay, most of the time this will be used by your if you position yourself in the production engineer. Okay, because you want to control what is the pressure, what is the compositions, okay, what is the measurement, what is the thickness, okay. So you will control based on this range, upper control limit, lower control limit, average of this statistical process control. You will never get the exact size of 1%, for example, but you will have a persistent of range upper control limit to lower control limit. Okay. Buku yang tak ada, dapatkan balik. Okay. Kalau you tak nak, you Google balik. And also the methods here, you also need to control based on the operation management. Why you need to control? Because once you can control the method, you may control your man here. Alright. I give you free advice here. Controlling or utilizing men is much harder compared to control or utilize machinery, material, and method. So my advice here, you must make sure that once you become engineer, you know how you can control the method. All right, what is the pressure, what is the temperature, what is the measurement, what is the thickness, what is the alignment, what is the balancing of your machinery or your product or your composition, whatsoever there. And then this fact and figure, you must transfer it to your foreman, to your judgment, to your supervisor, and also to your line leader, so that everybody will be functioning either in the operation, at the maintenance, at the R&D, at the quality control, at the quality assurance, whatsoever there. Okay, and so once you can control those, then you can live happily, okay, ever after. Itu kalau ikut filem lah, okay. But when you finish your countermeasure, you will have another problem after that to clear. Okay, that's the life of engineers. Alright. Anything to ask for now before we continue?
Apa efek dia kalau range dia keluar daripada range?
If you have
Defect ke?
problem, ya,
Dia akan jadi defect ke kalau
Ya.
dari range?
ya akan jadi defect. Betul. Okay. So usually, if the upper control limits or lower control limits is more or lower in your machinery, then you have a problem of alignment. Then you have a problem of balancing. Then you have a problem to integrate between the method there. And then you have a lot of defect. That's for your machinery. What happens if you have problem with the upper control limit and lower control limit with your product there or your material that you buy there? Then your product there will have problem. Okay. For example, you do the forming, okay, forming process or forging process. All right. Then probably your product will fail earlier. Probably your product will have a brittle issue, or probably you have a product that have a hardness issue. Or if you process by a metal casting, for example, okay, you melt your aluminium or you melt your iron, but the composition inside is not adhere to the upper control limit and also the lower control limit. And then if you let the product, okay, solidify, then you have problem with your microstructure. Then you have problem with your hardness. Then you have problem with your yield strength whatsoever there. Once you have this problem, then all of your product will have a problem. Okay. Did I describe it clearly?
Yes.
Okay.
Bahayanya.
Ya, betul. Sebab tu kita perlu engineer untuk control. Alright. That's why you need to learn as engineer. Okay. Because once you can control this upper control limit and lower control limit and average range here, you can control directly your foreman, chargeman, supervisor, line leader, whatsoever that. Okay. In my time, I have around 100%, not 100%, 100 people to control. So I may choose my foreman, chargeman, and supervisor. Okay, just 3 or 4 persons. Then I show them I need to control this and here, there and here, and then how much is the temperature, how much is the pressure, and then I enforce to them. Then they, the foreman, the chargeman, and supervisor will enforce to the line leader, and this line leader will enforce to your operator. So we'll have a very good hierarchy and organizations there, and then everybody can work happily. Okay, that's in theory. Okay, that's in theory in the book, but in real world, you will see those once you work as engineer. Okay. So
Okay, thank you.
yeah.
Okay, sir.
Anything to ask before we continue?
Nothing for now, sir. Clear, sir.
All right. So let's going back to our slide. Okay, let's talk about the difference of projects, about the program routines in any engineering activities. All right. So what is a project? Project is complex, non-routine, or one-time efforts that was limited by a specific time. Okay, and also with a specific budget, specific resources and performance. For example, how Samsung developed the Galaxy S8. Okay, now is already Samsung 9, and then after that Samsung 10. Okay, now is already Samsung 20, I think. Yeah,
20.
20, yeah. And also the people from Huawei, all right, they start from P9 and then P10 and then they go for P20. I think now they already went to the P30, I think, or P40, I think, you know. All right, this is why I call it as a project here. All right, they try to capture the market. All right, that's why I call it here. yeah, from the market needs here. Right, the market needs here. Everybody try to capture the market, okay, by selling their product. All right. So this is very true for the Samsung, Huawei, and also from the guy from the Apple there. All right. I lose count about this Apple. All right. The Huawei and also the Samsung is come from the Android platform. Okay. The Apple will use the iOS, I think. Yeah, iOS, yeah. Operating system.
Yes.
All right. So they fight with each other. All right. And also you also have a project like the bridge. Okay. From Ubay to Tanjung Selangor, for example, this is only one term, one kind of project. All right. So this project scope need to be accomplished. Okay, to deliver the products. All right, and the result with the specified features and functions. In the case of Samsung and Huawei, the product must be functioning. Okay, although the Huawei, I think they have the problem with the Google for now, right? They cannot use the Google Play Store whatsoever. Okay, because of the restriction from the US government. All right, but after they have the problem there, and then yeah, they develop their own Play Store. Okay, so the people that buying from the Huawei, they will have new option compared to the another Androids. All right, so this we call it as the major characteristics of the projects. Okay, you should have an objective. For example, for the Note 8 here, they want to release it, for example, in half years. Okay, the Note 8 was released 2017. Now already 2020. That's why the Note 8 now is already, I think, obsolete. I think, yeah, but still many people will use the Note 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now is 20, right? Because the Note 20, I think the price is very, very high. All right. So the people still using the previous Note. All right. Wait, oh, 10 minit wah. All right, and also there, the characteristics of the project, you should have a defined lifespan. Okay, you must begin and end. Okay, for example, the Samsung, they are in a race with the Huawei. They also in a race with what I call the Apple there. They previously have a race together with the Sony Ericsson, together with the Motorola. All right, but the Motorola and Sony Ericsson are already gone now. All right, so you have for now is the Oppo, Vivo. Okay, you have the Apple and also Huawei as their rival. All right, but they have a clear lifespan. All right, if okay they cannot enter the market directly. For example, the Note 20, they tried to enter the market last September. Okay, what happened there? After the September, August and September. Why? Because that's a summer time. Okay, usually without COVID, we have a very good summer there. You will have the Olympic, you will have the World Cup, you will have the European Cup, or you have the Commonwealth game, whatever that. Those we call it as a very, very good time for summer. But due to COVID, all right, the projection already destabilized. All right, so it's okay, no problem. As long as we can understand what is the characteristics, no problem. All right, and for these projects, you are required to integrate, okay, the participations of marketing. Okay, you also need to have cooperations from the engineering, from the manufacturing side, and whatsoever. All right, so those we call it as across the organizational participation. Okay, everybody will participate and contribute something so that this project can be fruitful. All right, and everybody happy after that. And the another major characteristic for this project is it involves of doing never been done before. All right, and has a specific time. cost and performance wise. Okay, so that's what we call it as the project. And let's see what is a program. This is control to the project. Program is a coordinated, related, multiple project that continue, okay, in extended time, and probably you do it, okay, daily. Okay, those we call it as a program or routine. All right, and for example, we can conquer that project is a completion of, for example, Note 8 or Note 9 or Note 20 in Android platform, but a program in those projects is completions of, for example, what is the RAM that we use in those phone. Okay, why is the micro SD gigabyte inside of those Android platform? Either you want to use the 64 or 128 or 256 gigabyte. Okay, either you want to use card slot or you want to use the what we call the cloud base. Okay, depend on you. Okay, you make the selections. All right, so this we call it as a program. Okay, a lot of program can go to one single project. All right, and again we may compare that what is a routine compared to the project. Routine is a repetitive works. For example, the routine to manufacture an Apple iPod, or attaching a text on the manufactured product, or you produce televisions, or you produce a car every day. Those we call it as repetitive works. Okay, if you compare to the projects, project is only once in any single term. Okay, for example, you write a term paper, you develop a supply chain information system, or you develop a new bridge or whatsoever that, or you develop a design a new jig, okay, a new fixture for your machinery, either for the drill, boring, milling, or turning. Depend. Okay, those we call it as a single project. All right. Yeah, this is that I attached from what I call job street. Okay, the future for the project. All right. There's a lot of opportunity for the projects, either the project manager or the project engineer. All right, no problem. So, what is the challenge for you? Okay, for project or engineering management. Okay, you as future engineer, okay, you must make sure that you can manage. Okay, you can control the project because it is a non-repetitive activities, and then you must make sure that you can command the resources. What is the resources? Man, machine, material, method. You must make sure that you can link directly what your customer want. Okay, either they want 2000 cc of my V, for example, so you need to bring them 2000 cc. If they say the my V should be the king of our road, and then you must make sure that you develop my V to become our king. All right. For example, if you say that you want to develop a new BLM, okay, from Proton that can sell faster compared to my V, so you must make sure that you give a very good specification to the BLM, all right, so that you can take over the king of my V there. That's what we call it as link directly to the customer. And then you must make sure that you as future engineer, you provide a very good direction, coordination, and integration to all of your man, machine, material methods. Okay, very straightforward. Okay, from the textbook. Okay, but once you become engineer, you will see. Okay, life is not as easier as the textbook, but that's why we discuss about this. All right. So,
Slide
yeah, yeah. Okay, boleh nampak slide sekarang?
Boleh.
Okay. Saya ada last slide dekat sini untuk share dengan you. Sebab hari ni hari pertama kan, kita jolly sikit lah. Tak perlu apa orang kata stress sangat. Boleh ya? Ni last slide.
Betul sir, betul.
Saya akan share dengan you. Okay, so why we need to discuss about this project or engineering management here? Because once you work as engineer, okay, you will see that there is a lot of product that having been compressed in product life cycle. Okay, what is the product life cycle that we talking about the compressions here? I give you an example. All right, previously you have a Honda City there. Okay, Honda City there. Each 2 years, one refurbish. Each 2 years. Okay, but now because Toyota, because of Proton, because of Nissan, because of Produa, they keep on giving a new model. So now you will see that your Honda City will become refurbished now no more than 1.5 years. Okay, so the product life cycle will become like this. Yeah. Okay, you're losing half years. All right, just we call it as the product life cycle compression. That's why you as engineer, you need to know about the product life cycle. We call it as the PLC here, the compressions. Why you need to know why there is an important thing for you, because you need to react. Okay, you need to react with these compressions. You need to make sure that you may control what is the best product that you can produce. Okay, in these compressions, you also need to make sure that you can control your vendor. You also need to know how you can maximize your man machine material method. If the compressions is very real, it's very short, you need to make a decision. Either you want to produce it by manufacturing the product, or you do not want to take the briefs, you just assemble it, or you want to subcon it to another division, okay, or you want to subcon it to outside agent or outside manufacturer. So you make a decision based on this compressions here. All right, and this is 2021, so the compression is very true. Okay, why? Because a lot of manufacturing site come now from Vietnam, come from India, come from Indonesia, and so from China itself. All right, they are very fast. You as future engineer, you need to make a decision wisely. Okay, and also why we need to discuss more about this in management, because there is knowledge explosion. All right, because everybody can access the internet, everybody can access the e-com. Okay, compared to 20 years ago, you need a permission, okay, to borrow a book. But now, if you can pay, you can have a very good access using the internet, either from the Google, okay, Mozilla, whatever that. All right, and now also people will use bottom line, we call it as the optimize your planet, people, and also the profit here. All right, and also not that, what I call it, quite critical also, the corporate downsizing. All right, more work is contracted. Okay, more work is giving by the subcon, more work is outsourced to others compared to permanent operation. Okay, that's why you as engineer, you need to make sure that this factor, okay, you can utilize it. All right, so anything to ask for now?
Sir,
Yeah.
macam mana saya nak dapat slide yang saya tunjuk ni? Kira nak buat rujukan untuk study lah.
Nanti
Sebab dekat kalam tak ada.
dekat kalam dah ada dah, saya dah letak dah PDF.
Oh saya dah letak eh. Okay.
Saya dah letak dah. Kalau apa nanti, sekejap lagi kan saya akan letak link YouTube. Jadi kalau awak rasa nak tengok saya membebel, berlakon sikit ke apa semua, awak boleh tengok YouTube lah. Kalau rasa malas nak tengok muka saya, awak tengoklah PDF dan salam. Mana-mana lah, tak ada masalah.
Boleh sir.
Boleh ya?
Mantap. Boleh sir.
Okey, sekejap lagi kan saya ambil link daripada YouTube, saya letak dekat WhatsApp. Okey.
Okey sir. Cun.
So yang YouTube link tu sama dengan sekarang Sir record ni.
Almost 80 to 90%. Okay, because those are last semester's recording session. So last semester saya pun tak tahu apa yang saya bebel. Yang semester ni saya dah start kelas ni dah lain lah apa yang saya cakap. But the theory, the fundamental and concept is the same.
Okay, thank you sir, thank you.
Alright, right. So anything?
All good, all good.
Okay, alright. So
Jangan lupa makan sir. Lunch.
ya, betul. Saya pun lapar sebenarnya ni. Alright, so we will stop here. We will see you again Friday ya, at 11.
Bere.
Alright.
Okay, doktor.
Okay.
Okay, noted doktor.
See you again next Friday. Thank you very much. Welcome back to this semester.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you so
sir.
much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you sir.
Thank you, sir.
Jangan lupa makan sir.
Bye, sir. Makan. Yeah. Tambah nasi. Cepat.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you sir.
Yeah.
Thank you sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you sir.
Alright.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Apa?